Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this journey today. On this episode, I have here Brittany Boudreau. Brittany, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, doing great. So,
Good.
you're an entrepreneur that's taking, I guess, a path into several different endeavors. It looks like you're with Arbonne. Um,
Yes.
Actually, talking about Arbonne real quick, tell me more about that. What is it exactly? Because I personally don't know.
Yeah, so it's a vegan company that is based out in don't get me started. Oh my gosh, I just joined it, but it is out of the country. It's amazing products that we carry. It's definitely something that you can do part-time if you wanted to earn just extra income and just be able to also add as a stream of income. I started it because it was something that would help me with my health journey. I wanted something. I had a coworker who is my business coach, my health coach. She's very like into it. She's like, I think she's over district manager as far as the positions that you can get in the levels of the company. But I am excited that I joined just because it was something that I was implementing into my life where I started a 30-day plan and it consisted of shakes and like greens, things that you need to get your day going as well as eat healthier. They even give you meal prep. I mean, their system is amazing on how they give you all of what you need just to make sure you're managing the things that you need for that 30-day plus just to have that lifestyle even after the 30 days you're able to invite your friends, your family, even people that you don't know that decided, hey, you're scrolling down social media because that's a big platform that we use today just to promote anything, even if we're just taking selfies or just talking about our daily life experiences. And you're able to, either be a customer or earn some extra income. And I always say go all in just because you never know who the people you can touch. Just because you have this product that not only provides what you need it to provide, but also you can provide and help people. And I'm all about helping people. So I decided to go all in and actually be a distributor as well. But I love Arbonne. It's so far all of the products that I've had, they're amazing. I do it every day. I implement them. If you see on my social media, it's me always taking my green shot, doing shakes, and just getting that into my lifestyle. So Arbonne is definitely something to recommend to, my warm, which we call my warm market, which is our family, and our friends. And also people that don't even know me, be able to create that content so they can know that it's a great product that I use. So if they're, wanting to use it as well, it's also a great product.
Okay. So so definitely gonna put your social medias down
Yes.
there so they could check you out. But you said it's vegan, correct?
Yes, it's vegan, really natural. They plant-based. I mean, they have so many great healthy supplements that they can provide. Even beauty. As you can see, I love makeup.
Really?
Yes, they have beauty products. I actually just put in my shopping cart some beauty products of my own to get in, try out for the first time because I haven't tried them out yet. But I'm so excited. I have seen people reviews on YouTube that's already tried it and they love the results, which I love the results. I'm more so being natural now when it comes to my makeup. And so they have their coverage and everything like that, dealing with women that like to put their makeup on. They really have some great products for that. So I'm excited to try that out and get that going for review so that people can see how great it is in my experience with it.
Okay. And do you plan on making like a YouTube channel for those reviews or just like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. Definitely want to start putting it and implementing it to my YouTube. Also, the skincare. Um, uh, we just have so much to check out on that website and the company. So they really provide, some great products. Like it really is. Really can check that out. So definitely put that down below so that you guys can see for yourself and see what actually kind of sparks your eye.
Of course. So aside from the Arbonne thing, what else are you venturing on? What else is
Oh
another
my,
thing?
I am a serial. I try to focus on one, but I just started another health business called It Works. It Works. I didn't plan, it was crazy. I didn't even plan to do it, but something in my gut was like, yeah, Britt, even do this. Now, another stream of income that you can do, but I really liked the product. And that's what I go off of, the product. And it was this my friend, her name is Susan Lopez. She's the one that invited me. So she's my new, I guess you can say she would be kind of my coach as well in health. It's a healthy company. It's two amazing couples that are, I cannot think of, I'm still learning the company as far as where they based out of, but they've been around for a while. And they have amazing products as far as getting you right in your fitness. So you have like products for like bloating, things that can deal with the gut. They have things like that can get you in managing your weight. I just had tried, actually, I'm drinking the coffee. It's all vegan, no gluten, all that great health things that provided in their little packages. For my first time, all my coffee lovers out there, this is a great product alone because I'm starting to get more into to the coffee um, type of, wake up, have your coffee. I love iced coffee more than I like hot coffee. And I'm really, really excited about this coffee right here because it actually really tastes like coffee. And I really like it. And it's just a package, it's instant, just like any other instant coffee, but actually good for you, gives you that energy, as well as that pick me up that you need, what you expect with coffee, as well as be healthy and kind of get you going and manage your weight in the same process. So they also have great products out there that made me really interested of also bringing that onto my stream so that I can also help as I'm experiencing, the products. I can also try the product and be able to give that opportunity to someone else, either to start an income or try the product out and know that it's helping them. So I'm really excited. I've listened to some reviews. Of course, we all have the good and the bad. More so outweighed is the good that it provides for the people that actually stay with it and manage it. Because like with everything, you have to always implement, your exercise, depending on what that thing is, that product is. You still have to always make sure you keep up with it. And it's not just a magic stick or a magic wand that just, you just take a product and it's supposed to do miracles. But actually make it a lifestyle. And that's where I feel like I'm going to be as a distributor, is knowing that it's definitely not a magic wand. But if you want to have that great lifestyle, you want to change that health lifestyle, I'm saying is to have something that are, actually beneficial for you to implement. So I
Okay.
love it. I love that I did that. So I'm excited for that journey as well.
I love
Um,
that.
yeah, so that's the two health endeavors that I've started, as well as PHP agency. It's people helping people. I am a licensed coordinator that I help people get licensed, and I'm an independent contractor in that. But the biggest goal for me with PHP is that I am going to be a marketing director. So I have that business in life insurance. It's a financial company that we are partnered with, 500. I always get it mixed up. A Fortune 500, companies that we partner up with, that we actually help and protect and save families. So that is the greater cause that I love, that I'm actually a part of. So I'm excited. I've been in it since the pandemic. It has changed my life, believe it or not. It's definitely been open a lot of doors. We just got back from Vegas, our big event. It was amazing to see thousands of people, even in the case of what we're going on nowadays, but and able to be there and be in the presence of each other and still be able to just learn and develop our minds and get ready for our businesses. So I can't wait to push that and get that where it needs to be as far as me and the company, what I want to do for my team, because it's about leadership and it's growing me into leadership, something that I never thought I would be able to be until I joined this company. And so I'm just so excited for that journey of hitting the ground running, keep going and seeing where I can get with that. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait. I am looking for great people that are ready to be a leader as well. So you can definitely check me out on Instagram and Facebook, so that you can also see even more of what I'm doing in that field of business. I also am opening an online beauty store. I told you,
You got it all.
I'm coming. But yes, I have a beauty store that I am launching soon, and that is from our ladies out there that love hair, makeup, all that and the above. I've always had a passion for beauty. Being in the beauty industry, I've done it for a plus few years back, where I started in the beginning. This is just my relaunch because I kind of put it on the back burner just because life happened and just trying to get my life on track. And now it's going to be in full fledged when I launch it. So check that out. Also follow me on social media, because that's kind of where you'll find out when it get launched and things like that. So I'm so excited to bring that to you guys. As well as many more. Oh my gosh, journals are coming out just to encourage my ladies and my fellas. Like, we all need that encouragement. So I'm even coming out with journals. I'm coming out with podcasts, Soulful Sundays, where I just encourage you. I am a child, a queen, a priest of God. So I am going to make sure his name is on high, because it would not be possible without him. So I just have so much in works. So I'm excited for you guys to check it out if you follow me. So yeah.
Are you going to be opening a Walmart soon or something?
Okay, Brian, tell me why I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to be
Really?
Walmart. Yes, the fact that you said that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I actually did want to do that. I had that vision and that passion for, I don't know how I can remember, because I just found myself, and some people hopefully can relate out there, is like when you're have that entrepreneur heart, you're like, you get in, you see all of this like a Walmart, you see all these things and you're like, oh, I want this, I want that, I want to give this. And that was kind of how I felt. Like I've always was like, man, I don't think I can stay focused on one. I feel like I want to bring a lot of service to people. So I feel like in order to do that, I'm going to have my hands in a lot. So yeah, I think I will be ready. I will be the new Walmart is my goal.
Before I ask the question I have here, aren't you like fearful of like burning out? Because you are taking on a lot of things.
Oh man, I am human, and I'm definitely am nervous. But you know what I've experienced throughout this is, because at first I was very fearful, but God has been working on me, and all my spiritual people out there that know that who our creator is. He is the one that gets me up in the morning. He is the one that lays me to sleep at night. He is the one that gives me my strength. He is the one that gives me my boldness and everything that he is still implanting in me that's already been in me. He is giving it, igniting it. And I don't think it's possible without him. So that's what I look forward to. I look forward to what God has for me. And I think that he has a lot, because he's built me that way, just because of just me always wanting to service and give back, and always, even when I can remember, just starting from the friendships that I had, always wanted to pour and give to them, give my last to them, and just to make a little, gift for them. So I know this is supposed to be what it is, where I can be able to give more than what I've been able to. Because if I could be the gazillionaire and give everybody money and everybody gifts and just pour into them and let them know that God loves you, God cares for you, and God has you, I will. And I plan on doing that. So that's why I'm always into a lot of things, because I feel like some people need to smile through of just a person giving and being able to let them know that they're that they see you, I see you, people see you, however you want to be seen, if that's in beauty, if that's in just knowing that giving yourself that encouragement, or if that's protecting your family, or if that's getting healthy, or whatever it is. I just want to be there to be that light for that person.
I love that. Oh my god, that's I really love that. You just want to give out the light to others, basically.
Yeah.
So here's my real question: isn't Arbonne and It Works like the same? Because you said vegan
Mhm.
and shakes. What's the difference? Because it sounded the same from what you've explained.
Yeah, yeah. So it has some similarities like Target and Walmart, but they outweigh each other just because Arbonne has more products. It Works has a bit more, a little bit of beauty, but not as much as Arbonne does. It doesn't have a lot of shakes like Arbonne does. So it's a lot of different that balance the two, because I actually looked at that to make sure, okay, how would I implement both of them to know what's the difference between the two. And I've grown to see, just going through the products, that some stuff that they provide, or one company provide, another one doesn't, or vice versa. Some, yeah, they do provide like greens, so it kind of balances itself out.
Okay. And I do recall you mentioning something. Your gut told you to do this. Would you say that
Mhm.
was God or your gut saying
Um,
something?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. I always go to God to be, I always go to God, but I think if anything, it will kind of be like, if it was something that works my gut, or if it's God saying, hey, this is what I provide for you, it's gonna open, and I'm gonna be able to be very successful in all of them. But if it's something where I just experience just to get somebody else off the ground, or help somebody else out, whatever it may be. I just know my gut was like, just do it, just go for it. And I think that's why I just went for it and just said, hey, as long as, because I think that's the biggest thing that I'm learning for myself, is not to be fearful, because I was like, okay, I can't put anything else on my plate, but I'm learning that regardless, I know what's going to help me, either help myself be more of where my goal is set, where I'm able to handle a lot more, or is to help someone out, as far as my friend, getting her in the door, getting people on her team, being able to help push her, or whatever. I just know it's always a way to say, hey, that was for a reason. So that's where I think of it as.
Okay. And you say when you talk to God, how do you do it? Like,
Mhm.
for people that don't know how God works, do you like speak out, speak in your head, go on your knees, go to church? How do you communicate with God?
Well, I communicate in all the above. Okay, like I
Okay.
scream out, I talk. He is my best friend. Um, it's like, when you go through life, and I didn't have him all the time, so he was. I mean, and not to say, let me take that back. Not that I didn't have him, because I feel like he's always been there. But me inviting him in, as far as the intimacy that you can get with God, um, on both you desiring, as well as he's always desired you. So I feel like I started to kind of see that I had no one. I had no one that can feel what I needed, and that's relationship. That's friendship. That's family. That's everything that relationship is based on. No one could do that for me. No material, no food, no anything you could think of could do that for me. And when I tried God, he started feeling me in a way where I'm just like, wow, God, let's try you out. To I start talking to him, I start understanding him, to where I went to church, and church was very hard for me in as I was growing up, just because I had that experience where church wasn't the best experiences for me. Just because I've been either introduced to a whole bunch of religions, or it was to a place where I just was like, okay, God can't help me because I can't see him. Who is he? Like, I don't see him, but I see my mom and dad. I don't see him, but I see my brothers or sisters, or my whoever is around. So how can he help me if I can't see him? I was that person. Um, so when I finally got to understand who he is through church and then be able to take him wherever, knowing that he was there the whole time, that's when I start being able to develop that relationship of saying, okay, God, I want to talk to you. Where you at? So just saying it out loud, it was something that I didn't know at first. Yeah, how do you talk to God? Do you write a letter and he'll see it? Do you, yeah, I mean, how do you talk to God? And one thing, I just start understanding it for myself. I start, crying out, going through things where I needed. I said, okay, instead of me calling my friend or calling my loved one, I called on him, and he's just starts showing up. And yes, sometimes it took patience. Sometimes he's not sometimes people think he's a genie, so he's supposed to go right there and give you three wishes. He's supposed to just take a wand and really, fix the problem. But he just really gave me a sense of like peace when I start calling after him, to the point where I almost wanted to take my life. And I was like, why am I here? And I called on him and start talking to him like I talk to my friends. This is what's going on. Why is this going on? I don't understand it. Can you help me understand it? And he'll put either a voice in my head to where it was a good, instead of, when you have those negative thoughts and you're like, oh yeah, I want to take my life, I don't feel I can do. He started putting good things like, no, you're valued, you're this, you're that, I have more. I started hearing that, and I was, a little shooken up when I first heard, because I was like, why am I giving myself this? Because I used to then give myself this. But when he started speaking the positive thoughts that would come in my mind, that's when I knew that has to be God. Because what I've learned at church, what I've learned in ministry, of people ministering to me and the right people that he positioned, because he knew he didn't want to give me those negative people, those people that are, false prophets and things like that, because he knew if I wanted to desire after him because of the person I am, you're going to have to give me somebody that is actually knowing his word, that goes hard for his word, that listens to him, that knows his word inside and out, and not just doing it for their own excitement to bring, crazy, cults and things like that, but an actual man of God that I love to honor, and just be so grateful for my pastor, who was the one he positioned in my life to understand who God really is. And that helps me understand how to talk to him, how to be like, you know what, God, I'm gonna try you out. I want to get to know you. And he starts showing up and showing out. And that's why I'm able to actually say that if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't understand who he was. I wouldn't understand how to talk to him. And how I talk to him is just be his best friend. Just call on him. However you want to call on him. Like you said earlier, if it's out loud, if it's writing him a letter, I do all the above. I write him letters. I literally write him letters. I literally talk to him out loud. I cry out. I go to the Bible and say, God, what do you have for me? Give me a scripture. I go to church and I worship him. So there's plenty of ways to just do it, just like you would do with your friends, just like you would do with your loved ones. Call out, talk to him, because he's always listening. He's been there even before you were born. He's been there. Until you understand that and get to know him just like you would get to know anyone, you'll find out who he is. And sorry, that was long-winded.
No, that was really good. You were like up here, and then you got really heavy, and then you were like, he's always got you, and that just makes it feel like it feels real, like there is an impact that he has made on it. Uh, there there's an impact through your words shown that he made a difference, if that makes sense. I'm sorry.
Yes, it does. It does. Yes,
But
yes,
when
yes.
you said that heavy part about like you wanting to take your life, that reminded me of like the time I was in that position myself, having these negative thoughts, and then just going through the motions. Um, like to this day now, I know that's like the enemy spewing negativity into my head. Now I can discern each thought. So as time went by, those thoughts went away and more positivity came in, and I could like clearly discern, that voice and God's voice and my voice. So, I completely understand where you came from.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're still here, because if you
Yes,
weren't,
me too. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, he works. He's always working, and I'm just so excited because he saw value that he created in me, and I just needed to see that. and he'll show you. For any of y'all out there, he'll show you. And I know it's hard sometimes. I know life can really turn us, but I feel like if you have something to live for, and sometimes we forget, why we're here. Sometimes we don't even know why we're here, because sometimes we've invited God and we still forget. And that's why I say that, because sometimes life gets so hard that it's like, but I can't. But one thing God says is, even you, even you matter. Even you can do it. Even you, whatever that negative thought, just turn it around and say, even you. Because even you know what I'm saying? And when you know that you are valued, regardless of, feelings, sometimes there are going to be days where you don't. But if you just have that little bit of courage and understanding and just faith, I would say, that God has you. I think that's what made me move forward and get out of the things that I was in a dark place, and the reason why I'm still here today. Because even though I wanted to take my life and I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that one thing, that it was just this little bit of, I don't think you're done yet. And even when I didn't hear God at first, I didn't know, but it was like I never got to that point, and I can't speak for anybody else's journey and experience with that. But all I know is that it's like he was already working, even when I didn't know who he was in an intimate level. I knew he was working because of the fact that he didn't let me go that extra mile. And I'm still here today because it's like he already knew how to deal with me on the inside to know that you're not going to take your life. I know you feel like that because the devil is telling you all these negative thoughts, but you're going to be great, and you're going to see that as I work through the process, you're going to understand why I said it's not time yet. So
And I could tell this is a bit heavy for you, because like it is really heavy to talk about. But just know that like hearing this, because I went through a similar point of time. So someone else hearing this, here's your story, they'll be like, let's go to God. So basically, God is utilizing you right now to speak to others, so you could save the lives of whoever watches this, or if they're just wanting to see like God does miracles, because he actually does. He absolutely does, whether you believe it or not. It's just like it's I have no words to say how helpful he has been with my life, because I used to be in a dark place, very dark place. Like, I don't want to get too into it because, like, you know, don't want to, be dwelling on that energy, but like, so low to going super high. I've actually experienced God myself in like surreal ways. Like, I remember one time it was like, it was raining. I was out, it was raining. I was outside alone, and I was just talking to God, and like this, like I guess light came out and just like came into me, and it felt so warm, like a hug. I was like, I felt comforted, and I just knew that was Him. That was like, that was amazing. Like no one else was there but Him while I was low, crying out in the rain, and just this light made me feel comfort. And I'm hoping that someone that hears your words has that same feeling.
yes, yes, I definitely pray for that as well. Because this world, we need it. We need it. And I think the only natural, supernatural thing that can happen is God right now in this world. And try him, and I don't even force it. We're not supposed to force it, but I just know it changed me. I can only speak for myself and know even the ones that, like myself, if you ever see me or if you ever talk to me or anything, the fact that I do believe in God, I will show you light, and I will show you love and joy and everything that God gives us, fruit of light and not negative. So you'll just know that even if you don't want to believe, I just still want to love on you and just give you the love that you need, because we all need it, so that's my goal, regardless, because it's all, everybody has their timing, everybody has their way, because God doesn't force he doesn't force himself on you as if you desire him. So either whoever you want to go for, we just know that I want to give that love to you guys because God is definitely changing my life, and it's continuing to change my life and show me that I'm valued and I'm here out of love to spread love. And that's why he said, no, it's not your time. So that's why I want to give love to all you guys.
I love that. I really love that. You want to give health. You basically want to build a Walmart and you want to spread the light of God. That's really good. That's beautiful. That's amazing. But I also recall you saying you didn't always have God. What do you mean by that? Were you like
Yes,
me that I didn't necessarily believe? I was like on the fence of
yes,
believing, or what?
yes. Yes, it was that I didn't really feel like I could call out to God. I felt like God at a point wasn't there in my life just because I was like, okay, it's too much bad stuff going on. I'm like, I went through a bad childhood, and just really devaluing myself to where I never called on God. I never said, God help me. Probably, you know how people say, oh God, like when something does hurt you or something like that, but I never really took it seriously. So that's why I say I never invited God into my life until I started understanding that he was the only thing that I had. But it was a journey back then just because if I look at it now that I have God's intimacy, he shows me how I was there even when you didn't believe that I was there. I was there when you even didn't think that you had anything, anyone for that matter, or you feel loved. I was still loving on you even when you didn't think love existed for yourself. Um, and knowing that for myself, that's how I thought I didn't have him. But knowing that he showed me I was still there, you know, daughter, I was still there. You just didn't want to desire me at that time, but that didn't matter because I was still there. I was still, you didn't call on me, but I was still there. You didn't know I existed. As far as, of course, you know, I existed with, you know, just your, because I was definitely always brought to church with my grandpa. I was raised by my grandpa. I wasn't raised by my mom since I was 3 months old. But knowing that my dad, I called him dad, my grandpa, um, he brought me to church. He made sure I was in the church regardless of what I knew. I was at a young age. Didn't understand it. I would look at everyone in church and be like, what are these people doing? But I know he never gave up on me as far as God and just the people he surrounded me with, which is my family. And even when I thought nobody loved me, I came to a point where, you know, I didn't have my mom and my dad there at the time that I needed. He still made a way to show me through love of my grandpa, love of family that came into my life, and just everything that boiled up to who I am today. That's how I know that he never left me, because if he did, I would one be able to say this today, that he is my way out. He was my way out of that darkness, and he continues to be my way out of those dark moments in my life that I continue that I am an experience, but knowing that now I'm not alone, because that's something that you build yourself up to. Because trust me, it's a hard journey, because I felt like I was alone a lot, and I know people can relate, but when you finally feel the presence of him, like you say, a warm light, which you experience, that's how you feel when you know you're not alone. Even though you're going through a storm, it's just something that you know now, like, okay, God, I know I might be physically here by myself, but I'm not alone because I know you're in me.
Man, I swear, Brittany, you're gonna make me cry. Like,
I
it's
I'm trying to hold back to trust and believe right now.
like
I'm
I'm on
such
that too, but like it's real. Like it, not everyone's like living peachy or happy or like this stuff is real. Like we all experience like those low moments, and for you to actually, go out and say it, that's real strength. That's saying, hey, I have overcome this. It doesn't affect me as much, but to, I guess rethink about it, it does bring back the memories, but you do have the strength to speak out about it. So, you're becoming stronger.
I
So,
am. I have to. I think he's called me to just say your story. And I'm like, oh Lord, are you sure they want to hear this? But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a light and to help add on to the light that he gives. And I'm just excited for the journey. So, yeah.
I love that. And we didn't talk about this in this shoot, but last shoot, which is his reshoot, you were talking about a faith walk. What is that specifically?
So my faith walk is just knowing that to trust God, even when again you don't feel like you have anyone in any experience that you go through, when you feel like, God, or if you don't even know to call on God, just like what's going on? Why am I going through this? But to have faith that God is already know exactly when and what is going to happen, and know that He's going to get you through. Sometimes it's lessons, sometimes it's reasons, sometimes it's a season for you to go through things so that it can build you and make you stronger. Because I've noticed my faith walk is when it brought me to here. Because even when I didn't believe in God, that is something that He's already kind of like embedded in you, to know that even when you found like you find yourself feeling like, okay, I have no one, there's no, like, I feel like I'm crumbling, I feel like this is it. But it's like it builds you to know when you do decide, if you decide to try God, that He gives you this faith of this, I guess you can say, if any of it, it's a feeling of trusting that I know I'm not going to get through on my own understanding of, like, okay, it's going to happen now, or it's nothing going, like, or you feel like, you feel like it's not going to be good for you. But if you trust in God, that's when you know, okay, maybe I can't get myself out of this right now. Maybe I did everything I'm supposed to do, but let me try and see what God can do. And He shows up and He shows out. And trusting in Him is what I feel like is my faith walk. Because instead of me doing by myself and feeling like I'm alone because I have to do it by myself, I have Him. Because sometimes even when you have a whole army around you, they still cannot do what God can do. And until you understand the trust that you can have in faith walking with Him, I feel like that's what my faith walk would be considered, is not doing it alone and actually having Him guide me and help me through.
I love that. So, little question: how do you have the trust and faith into God, for someone who doesn't know God and would like to, go on a faith walk?
Just learn about Him and see if it is something that can kind of, you can understand. I would try to, surround yourself with people that are great, and knowing who their God is, and understanding the word, the Bible, so that you will understand if you want to experience God, knowing that He's been there the whole time. Because sometimes we feel like, oh well, not me, he's not going to help me out, He might help you out, because we just feel like that sometimes. But if you understand who He is, you'll understand that He's been with you even though you didn't invite Him in. But just starting to get like, you understand anyone that you first know or you first meet, if you just understand who He is, and get to know Him, I feel like that's when you'll know, hey, I want to trust you. How do I trust you? Because that's how I had to do. I had to get to know Him, because my way of getting to know anyone, even God or anyone, because of the fact that the first person or first two people who made me feel like I couldn't trust are my parents. And I love them to death. If they're ever watching, I love you guys, trust and believe that. But that's just how my childhood was, to where it was hard for me to trust. So I feel like I had to get to know them over again, my mom and my dad, to know, oh, that's why you had to choose that. That's why you gave me to my grandpa. That's why my dad had to go off to another state so that he can get his life together. So those are things that from understanding a person. So understand God, understand Him and know Him, and then you're able to make that decision of trust. Can I trust you? And He'll show you.
Where would you start? Like the Bible, the church, some random YouTube video?
Yeah, I would start whatever feels comfortable, depending on your environment, depending on what set of journey you're in. If you have reach out to communities, reach out to your local church, get a feel of it. I would suggest don't become a member of that church unless you feel in your heart you feel okay, you feel safe, you feel comforted, you feel like you can trust them. And just reach out to people, even in your family, if they're, someone that you feel like you can trust, that can tell you about God. But that's what I would start.
Man, I swear this episode is like the heaviest one, and I could still feel it too. But it's like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah. God's here. Okay, He's in the midst.
making miracles happen, even if you don't see it, always and forever, for sure, for sure. So now I want to talk about you because, like, on Instagram, I see you always smiling, and after hearing what I heard, for you to keep that smile, like, man, okay, you must really love yourself, or you really love that smile.
Oh,
What gave you the confidence to, shine that smile onto other people?
oh my gosh. What gave me the confidence? Whew, uh, besides, I hate to always say, but God. The people He prayed. Oh my gosh, the people He placed me in, or with in this journey, they make me smile. Uh, just knowing where I've came, knowing where I'm going, and not yet knowing my future, but just knowing the vision. The vision is what keeps me smiling, because some days I do have those days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate, or I haven't took care of this, I haven't taken care of that. But to know that I look at even pictures, like you say, you see me on social media, and I'll look on like old pictures, and I'll be like, wow, that's where I was, and this is where I'm at. And sometimes I even smile off of that, just because I know where it took me when I was there to get to here. And sometimes in that journey, I'm just smiling because, like, I know I'm better and I'm more understanding of the journey that I was, to where I start seeing the development in not only my mindset, but the way that I carry myself, the way that I uh, have these phenomenal people that come into my life and are able to also pour into me and show me how valued I am, because we need a community. We can't do it alone, like we say. And God helps you position you to for the physical people that He provides for you, because we have that mindset of like, okay, well, where's the physical love that I need? Even though He gives you love in the supernatural, but He still positions you, the people, to go through the light, or to give that light off that He has in them. And I am so grateful, so blessed to have the people, the community in business, the community in church, spiritual development, of having mentors in church, mentors in business, having my family that has been phenomenal, of just loving me and showing me that love, having my parents' relationship back, having relationship, because I finally found my person, and being able to not only have someone that I can do life with, but He gave me three amazing, oh my gosh, three amazing children that I am able to love on and give both of them all the love, or all three of them, the love that I felt like I didn't have as a child. And even to add on to that, so it's just so much that God has blessed me with. So every day I wake up, I'm like, thank you, God, because He's placed even new friendships. I love my friends. I always that was my go-to, is friendship. So being able to even get more added on to my circle, that's what makes me smile. Just to meet people like you, Brian, like to meet people that I didn't even know, and to be able to develop a friendship, develop relationship, and just doing life with. Those are things that make me smile. Just being able to wake up another day makes me smile, for me to be able to get on social media and say, hey, like, I'm here. I'm able to smile. I'm able to shed light, if it's encouraging words, if it's posting, what I'm doing for the day, all of it. So it just, those are the things that I try to bring into social media world.
Honestly, Brittany, sadness, too much beauty, too much of it all in this one episode. I literally just want to cry tears because, like, what you were spewing is beautiful. Honestly, like,
You so much.
it's an emotional roller coaster for me for sure. Like this one, oh my god, I man,
I'm glad. I'm so glad. I hope anyone out there know that you guys can definitely reach out. I just want to touch as many people as possible. And I'm so excited, Brian. I'm grateful for you to giving me another chance as well to get on this platform and to be able to show you and tell you my journey of what I have going on with myself and the things that I want to do on it. And I'm just so grateful for you, as well as, you um, just giving me this time, because time is precious. And you decided to say, Brittany, even you. So I thank you.
no, I thank you. It's your time. You know, a lot of people don't want to do this. They say they do, but then they don't. So for you to be open to doing this, it's like you're giving me another chance to like share your word. And like the first time we had you on, or the first time I had you on, like I really enjoyed it. But then this second time, I coming to this conclusion. I feel like the first time shouldn't have been published because God had something greater for you to share the second time. So, it is a big blessing that honestly,
Yeah. To see.
I'm so glad I had you on. But
Oh,
one question before I let you go. What is one big piece of advice that's worked for you that's helped you continuing forward?
okay. Yeah, I would say to surround yourself with people who love you. And not to say that it's hard to find, but I say that because sometimes I know my love language, which is five love languages, if you ever heard it, read or seen the book. Don't quote me on the person, that's the author. I'm so sorry. Got to get better at that. But my love language is affirmation. And I feel like sometimes that's everyone's affirmation, because I feel like that's how you show and understand love. And I think if you decide to surround yourself with people that show you those affirmations in action, you will find yourself being able to know who you really are, even if it's not spiritual, but to know that I do matter. I am loved. I am whatever that they give you. If it's encouragement on you being smart, you being beautiful, you being bold, you being courageous, you being whatever it is. I feel like to have yourself surrounded with people. If you don't have people that are giving you these negative things of like bullying you or feeling like they have to point out your flaws and just give you the negative side, that's not you. So I feel like you should separate yourself from them people, because them people don't see your best at interest at heart and see who you are fully. So if you can just surround your people that are around people that actually see you for who you are, because we are all somebody, and you know your name, and you let people know your name, because there's more people in this world that need to hear it. And like I always say, my name is Brittany. I am Brittany, and you need to say who you are, and that is what you go by. Go by you knowing that they see you and they're pouring value of who you are, because that's who I surround myself with. If they're negative, they have to be cut. Period.
I love that. I'm actually on that too. Shoot. Brittany, honestly, I don't know how to feel about this one. Like I said, there's a big emotional roller coaster, and then that last statement that you said to surround yourself with a lot of people, like that's actual money, because networking actually leads to wealth and obviously happiness too. But like, oh my God, Brittany, like you really touched me here. Like you really did, like emotionally and spiritually. So I really hope someone out there that's watching this can feel that same impact, because what you said, it that's really good. Like,
And I want to leave by saying, love yourself, because yourself can give you the best love that you ever had. I love myself so much. So self-love is real. Self-love is the first thing so that you can pour into someone else. And don't, even the fact that I still stand on, surround yourself with people that will pour into you and love on you, but that helps you love yourself, because then you'll look at yourself like, oh wait, hold on, who is this? Oh, let me get to know you. You know what I'm saying? Because then you'll spend more healthy time with yourself, of knowing and developing the love that you can give to yourself. So just to end on that.
I love that. I really love that too. Self-love is the best love.
Yes.
But
Yes.
guys, Brittany, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate your time. And guys, everything Brittany's going to be down below, even the link to her newest Walmart that's coming soon.
Okay. Yes. Look out for that. Yes.
But guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Bye. Love you guys. God bless.